on that map as well. So we'll start it off though, Dust 2 into the pistol round, and once again, a light buy in terms of armor for NRG.
They've got 3 sets, and then they've got 2 utility players as well. Gobby and Lagia with the smoke grenades, and actually heading up to a heavy B set, but Cajun B straight up towards middle, of course. 3 players actually in that area as well. Silent towards long by himself, trying to cause some sort of presence there. But it's going to be NRG just holding up strong in the B tunnels. They don't want to commit to anything just yet, but Cajun B's got all the way towards suicide right now.
Ridiculous.
Making its way through, and this could actually be a huge downfall for NRG. There it is. Lovely little headshot there. And now NRG have no option now but to force into the B-bomb site.
And the smoke out device will make that call. Cajun should have the full confidence to rotate around. No, he won't be confronted by anyone else. He's going to do exactly that. Good nade stack, though. That's one way to deal with a man in the back of the site. That's why they go with 2 utility players. Dupree, he's caught on to 2, though. And immediately they push through. They try to make up the difference. I'll give them credit where credit is due for the effort on that. Well, I mean, it's not often you see a nade stack like that from the T side, so, you know, I like the creativity, but it's all Astralis otherwise.
Yeah, of course. They go for that aggressive play towards middle, pushing off short, pushing up towards mid. Cajun B getting all the way to suicide, takes down Silent in the long doors there. And like I said, once they lost that map control, they had no choice but to stack towards B before the rotations came in. And Cajun B applying the pressure once again, straight up middle, of course. Finds the first kill with the MP9, looking for 2 here. Should be falling back at this stage, but he's going to staying alive. He goes down. This round could get interesting because Lagia has found a device, and he does drop. Carrigan now equalizing the situation. There it is. Dupree gets the man advantage in favor of Astralis.
Luckily, it was the MP9 that device, or rather, excuse me, that Cajun did go down with, but as you say, 2 kills. Justin back towards spawn. Quiet in the first 2 games of our series yesterday, but was the man of the match by far on Mirage. It's going to be all closed out though by Astralis. Dupree and Carrigan. No kills for Zipix, who is running the lovely UMP.
So the things with Astralis, you saw this yesterday, right? They're so aggressive against the teams they feel more confident against in terms of skill. Cajun B straight up towards the top of middle there, and I'm sure we'll see that time and time again until it starts to get locked down. Looking like they're going for more of it this time. Dupree boosted up towards short, and Cajun B to top of middle, straight again with the same weapon, same scenario. Once more kills here. Device actually picks up 2 in towards lower B. He's going for his 3rd, gets it as well, drops the bomb, and Cajun B not dying this time, finds the first frag, and it's going to be Dupree that helps him out. Very simple round, and not a single kill salvage for NRG there. So 3-0 before it feels like the game's even started. Very quick succession. Orbs coming out now for Cajun B, and we have goal for Silent as well.
Not exactly the Jaden round, because they've bought into it with a double ops, so they aren't sticking with the SMGs. Silent's got one in turn. Remember, Silent T-side op, Lagia CT side op. That's the setup that they run.
We saw Cajun B going back to his AWP and Dust 2 yesterday. Obviously, we say this isn't a traditional setup for them. It's Device that normally rolls with the AWP, and it's quite unusual to see a double AWP come out in the first gun round, but they're going straight in with it. Device towards B. And the T so far a little bit shaken by that aggression they saw in the first 3 rounds. Going to be holding back and just slowly but surely clearing out towards mid. Lagia holding the upper B tunnels, and Justin holding towards long. They're going to be going for some mid control here, presumably towards Catwalk, where Zipex will be waiting for them. Taps and spots out towards mid, but no presence there whatsoever from the CT so far.
Try and work around the corner. Zipex gets flashed off. Drops early. Nade out, though. That's going to do damage onto at least Gobby. It does. 81 remains for him. Pretty standard. Dust 2 is explosive in the way that it's played lately with this gathering in middle to try and figure out which wing you want to approach.
Well, it's looking like they're favoring towards Catwalk right now, but Cajun B is ready in his phase car position right now. Doesn't seem to miss a trick when he's in that position. Gobby just waiting in front of the smoke right now. I'd assume some sort of execution being set up here. Tapson is there with the bomb as well. Lagia just holding up EV tunnels, while Carrigan actually is deciding to push. First pick coming, Silent opens it up, takes down Device, and it's 5-4.
It took him a while yesterday in the Dust 2 half when they played Terrorists to get the early picks, but when he got them Silent, they often won the round. It'll be interesting to see if that'll be the case here. Lagia's going to take down Carrigan, who, having lost his 2nd man in the B site, decided to try and take the fight.
It's a save.
And that way he wouldn't get pinched in, but it is a save. So they force back, I wouldn't say force, but they bought fully into this round. They get away from the SMGs early, and they have to save on this one. It will allow them to buy for 1 more.
Well, there it
NRG's going to get 1 round. Buying 1 more still has the same effect. They still have that reset potential.
Yeah, absolutely, but Silent, he was great at opening up the map consistently across the series yesterday against Envious, and he does it once again. It's going to be Gobby that drops first, but Silent walking out towards middle. Very slow approach there. They were aware that Astralis potentially don't have much presence towards middle. He walks out, faces towards window, very patiently waits for Device to have a look. Takes him down, that opens it up, and then Carrigan tries to react with that other B take, but Lagia is just waiting for it. It's just a case of NRG being very patient there, knowing how Astralis play, and just working into those weaknesses. get those first 2 picks, and Astralis opting out of the round there. So they do have enough to buy into this. You can see Karrigan still has 7k. A similar story for Device as well. He could get double off if he wanted to. Going to be opting for the rifle this time. We talk about him being the main AWPer these days, but as I said, against these lesser teams, they're more than happy to allow themselves to run that old setup occasion B with the AWP towards the A-bomb side.
Silent over toward B with the AWP immediately. Good little bunny hop to try and give himself position. Wants the early pick, but won't find it this time. And this is the mixed setup that we saw. Remember, we talked about how Device and Dupree had switched over toward A.
Yeah.
Karrigan and Cajun B had gone back into B, but Cajun seems to be the one that's going to be wielding the AWP at car. Back to tradition, with the difference being Dupree at long, not Karrigan to anchor. And I think the reason for this, if this is where they like to go, if this is how they stay, remember yesterday it was not exactly the toughest opposition either, but I think it's because Device is just so damn good in that B site that if they can get someone that's more dynamic in Dupree versus Karrigan, then
Yes.
Cajun might be a little bit more comfortable still on this A site.
It's more of the same so far from NRG, just slowing things down. They have got the short control, going up for the shots on towards A as well. Cajun B does fire, but Dupree finds a kill on towards Justin towards long. That's an aggressive take from him. The bomb's still down towards outside those long doors. And now the Terrorist trying to readjust himself, trying to find a pick. Karrigan getting in close towards middle. And they're going to be smoked out for now. Not really many options. Going to have to slow it right down. 45 seconds remain. Silent is seeing if he can find a pick towards long, but he's smoked out as well. Now going to have to commit towards the A side, it seems, but the CTs are adjusting themselves. Zipex towards CT spawn. And Cajun B, here he goes. He's going to be the man of the moment here. Will he have the opportunity to go for the shots as they cross?
Well, the first smoke's out. Second down towards spawn. There is. Zipex is fully blinded. Spotted, but turns. How does he hit Goppy inside of that smoke? Pure reactions. The Spidey senses tingle, and now Cajun B is going to get flashed off. Has to fall further back down long. It's Silent that's going to get caught out. Nearly turns back in time, but like, yeah, only managing a few kills there. That was impressive from Zipex.
Yeah, just getting completely suppressed there, the T's. And like you said, through the smoke, Zipex with a sensational kill. Opens things up for Astralis, and then Cajun B doesn't really have to get involved. A fast flank coming in from Device with the rifle. Comes in and gets the easy spray down. And all the man is kicking off in the A side. So that's broken the economy of NRG. They're going to be on pistols here. Partial buy with the Tech 9s and armor. Have got smoke grenades. 3 of them, in fact. So looking like, I would say, a B split coming in potentially, but Device is towards lower B. With his first kill, and it looks like he'll get it as well. Easy shot coming in onto tabs in there to open things up.
Easy.
I felt like I was actually going to drop that accidentally. It was inside me. I retained it.
Well, this is the reset we talked about, so it is the Tech 9s, and it looks like they might get away with this. Justin picks up one on Dupree, who I thought was going to save Device. Instead, Device composes himself to find one more. NRG alone in B goes down. 5-1 now. And it's still not great money, but they'll be able to buy into this. 57.50 for Silent, and that's the AWP player, so I imagine he'll go immediately toward that.
Yeah, Godbees is opting for the CZ and utility play here. Has got head armor, of course, but the gear is stuck on a Deagle, so it's still a difficult situation for them. And we have got that double all set up back out once again. And it's going to be Device facing towards the top of the middle. No one committed towards B whatsoever for NRG. Going to be holding out, waiting for anyone pushing up towards the top of the middle. It's going to have no map control here. Kind of had to act fast. You know there's aggression coming in from the CTs pretty much every single round.
Great. Crossfire established with Cajun, but he's fading away on that first flash, and there's no trade as Justin gets the kill with the AK.
I thought he had the kill dead to rights there, but Cajun B, to sort the situation out, does miss the first shot, but he has got information, and he's boosted onto the bomb site now. Device is trying to hold middle and keep them locked in towards A. Oh, lovely shot there to take down God B.
Another one from Cajun B, so both ops getting them back into the round. Astralis. Zipic's going to play toward elevator. They saw that boost. Device is going to watch down toward long in the off angle in case they head toward the platform. Tabson slow on catwalk. May just catch off Cajun, who wasn't quite expecting him to be so soon and so far forward on the stairwell. A little bit of a misplay, but look at Karrigan. Look at this timing. The old school Brightwater, and it's going to have 2 to fire away. That's a little bit awkward as Ligia stepped at the right time, but still works out for Karrigan. And now it's all on Tabson again, 1 versus 3.
Indeed, Karrigan's so good at pushing those flanks, getting into those B tunnels and completely destroying them. And the long doors there, but 3-on-1, Tabson does not have the bomb, and not many options as well. 3 players to find, and 15 seconds remain. You feel like you will just be saving at this point. Maybe dropping down towards CD Spawn can sense something there by the seams of things. But this round is over. 8 seconds remain, and he'll just be trying to save his gun there. So Karrigan saves the day after Cajun B got taken down towards short.
Good Good shot by Tabson, though, to get one more at the end. Just drop a gun. He's got an AWP picked up, but it's Xyp9x to find him at the very last second. 6:50 left for him. Having that happen, dying after the round, that's a problem.
It's a massive problem. They were going to be an eco anyway, but he definitely can't join in, and it's going to affect his money going forward as well. So Tech9's CZs and a P250 currently 6-1 in favor of Astralis. This is looking pretty grim. Also, NRG won that first gun round. We go into round number 8 now. Once again, holding outside towards the long doors. We have got Liquipedia in towards lower B. Device fancies his chances in that area. Will be pushing through and, of course, finds the first shot. Taking down Liquipedia, and that's the 5-on-4 obtained. And he's got the information now. They're on an eco as well. dupreeh is waiting on that smoke. He could have a massive spray down opportunity here.
Oh, yeah. One easily, two. He actually passes by one in between. How is he still alive? How does he stay alive with the USP there? Cajun's going to get the other, but... All right, dupreeh. Nifty work.
Indeed. It obviously was against a very small purchase from NRG, but still impressive all the same. But round number 9. No warped. Silent was... Once again, the only round they won was down to Silent's pick, but he hasn't done anything since that. That's actually a common trend yesterday. He's on 1 for 7, and about that AWP, he's back on towards the AK-47. A change of play now. KGB boosted up towards short, going for an aggressive play here. NRG, once again, not really having any presence towards any part of the map, apart from outside long. Cajun will be pushing off towards short. Look at his first pick. Device still towards lower B. First kill obtained onto God B from Cajun. They'll be falling back now. They can actually justify falling back to the bomb sites, but Cajun and dupreeh are not done just yet. dupreeh finds that first kill towards the long doors, and now it's a 5-on-3. There is one player in the form of Silent making his way up towards A, but it's just an absolute bloodbath here. Justin does something here, but it's going to be another 1-on-1 situation, and NRG looking a little bit lost here, not finding the frags they need.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, this is the worst case scenario on that start. Now remember, it is T side. You can build back into this. Problem is, you're not exactly keeping the economy super honest on the Astralis side. dupreeh's limited, but it's 2 rounds in hand minimum. Double op setup, and the 2 AWP players, by the way, both have 10K. And Device getting aggressive once more. They've kept track of this economy on the other side very well because they know it's pistols. Devices push the doors every single time. Molotov on the corner too, just to make sure that they can't go anywhere while dupreeh tries to push them.
Yeah, dupreeh's looking very comfortable towards his long doors now. All 5 players towards the top and middle. dupreeh's made it into the long doors. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a full-on push here. He's feeling in the zone. It's looking like, once again, NRG will make their way towards short. They've got a smoke and a couple of flashbangs. Maybe drop down to spawn and see if they can swarm.
Smoke and a flashbang.
KGB. But that incendiary will slow them down. He's going to clear up there.
Xyp9x is there, though. This is where he shines. But Cajun, looking away at the wrong time, nearly gets caught out. He turns back and gets a second kill on that. And now Xyp9x will come into the fold. Bomb, unfortunately, flung forward toward the depths of CT spawn. They've given up long now because Cajun's been caught by Justin. Which does give some movement to NRG, but that doesn't. Hello, Kerrigan.
Once again, is pushing all over the map. Kerrigan, the third on the side right now, and Device finds the final kill. 9 plays 1 now. It was another partial buy coming in from NRG, but unable to do much with it. So we go into it. Round number 11. They do have tons of cash this time. AWP has been picked up for Silent, as I mentioned before. The only reason they got that first round was down to his pick. He needs to find more of those. They want to have any sort of chance in this. Dust 2 is their map, and they had a great showing versus Envious, and actually took this off them yesterday. So far, not really the same deal as we enter round number 11. Going to be going for the long take. Actually got control of this as well. They've pushed dupreeh back towards the A side, but CT's going to be aware. You'd assume there'll be some sort of reaction coming in from them now. Kerrigan has been pushing consistently towards those B tunnels. This time he'll be leaving B completely open. Bomb's still down outside the long doors, but they've got Silent in towards the pit. This sets them up for a really nice A split potential. Keep the AWP in the pit. CT's on the bomb site, and it means you have full control when you go towards short of actually finding the frag.
Through the smoke, Xyp9x does take decent damage, but Tabson, although just better, comes out fairly similar in that exchange. Double smoke mid, crossfire set. Kerrigan down below the doorway, and Cajun boosted toward the corner on an obtuse angle. It's not one you commonly would check, and that's why they're trying to spot when Tabson goes down toward middle. He won't spot him there. The flash comes out, and Gompy's going to take down the booster. Xyp9x, but a good shot from Cajun.
Lovely shot from Cajun there. The man advantage still lies with NRG, though. That shot should do it. That should do it, I should say, as Kerrigan takes him down. That's the bomb planted as well. And now 3-on-3. It's a difficult situation for NRG. They haven't really got control, but Liquipedia has made his way into the B bomb site. Kerrigan's going to be dropped as well. That's the shot they needed. Now a real chance to take this round.
Silent Needs to spot Dupree on cross. They won't do it, but it's only one of the two players. They don't have the information yet. Cajun from a distance from CT above the smoke finds Legia. And it's Dupree that has a chance at this now. Quick little drop of the Molotov. Didn't quite make it all the way over the box, but it does cover off the corner, so the bomb plant has to be done toward the double stack. And Tabson with 3 HP has to get away from that position. Thankfully, the smoke's there to allow him to do so. Silent nearly spots the jumping player, Dupree, outside of the door. Watch the flank, though. Cajun's found time, found space. Remember, the extra 5 on the bomb allows for this type of rotations, and they haven't even considered this possibility just yet. Tabson's so low that if Silent, doesn't get that shot, it's a huge problem. Dupree's got the first. Silent trades it back. It's a 1 versus 1. He goes to the pistol. Not even going to attempt the no-scope. He's just going to try and buy time. He's going to try and dance, and he's going to do it correctly. Silent again on the clutch.
Wow. That's actually the second round he's actually got any kills. And once again, he's the one that saves the day. Finds the orb shot and the PT50 kill to finish things off as well. A 2v1 situation. It was a ballsy move to pull out that pistol, but he pulls it off. And they get their second round on the board there, courtesy of Silent. So 9 plays 2 now. Need to be very careful. Coming down to a 1v1 situation. The money will be reset. They don't win this round. Astralis back on the double orb setup as well. Going to set up 3 players from the golden start. And a pretty traditional setup for NRG. Once again, 4 players towards top of middle. Legia and Viva Carrigan. You can see he's waiting to make his way in towards B tunnels. Wants that first frag.
Still have the 3-man setup toward mid, but Device finds Legia. Not a bad position to have him in. Carrigan can now anchor off on tunnels. Device can put his attention out toward mid. Gives Zipix the chance to fall back slightly into CT and wait for the swing. All good for Astralis. Zipix seems to have an inkling that it's going to be toward middle, having seen a flashbang pop through those doors.
Well, 5 on 4. Legia has been the man has dropped. They're going to be making their way up towards shore once again. Cajun, of course, poised and ready on the A-bombs. The AWP. Looking for anyone to walk into his crosshairs. Just using the utility to slow them down, buys them time. Carrigan's still just dancing around that smoke towards the B tunnel, just aware of this will be a very real risk for them. Corby now trying to work out whether they can actually make some progress onto the A site. Zipix and sees his spawn is hearing out for the footsteps. So Tabson's made its way out towards the middle with the bomb as well. So this is more of a fake play. Cajun gets the first kill, but it's down to Device now. Can he capitalize there? Of course he can. Takes down Tabson.
Silent does get the response, though. Remember, Silent gets a kill. They seem to win the round. It's going to be a lot harder this time, though, because Carrigan's taking down Justin, and it's just Silent remaining. Nifty little Foon maneuver to try and get through the door, but Carrigan's going to hold on.
Yeah, that's a hard reset, though. So only $1,400 coming into their accounts this time. So NRG, after winning a very close situation in the round before, 1v1 means they have to fully invest into this round, and don't really have much footing into this one. No one really purchasing much. Corby's got a CZ and body armor. There's some PT50s and Deagles, so Carrigan's ready. He wants to spray down, going towards top of middle. Spots one. He's committed now. Can he make anything of this?
Get one, nearly lines up the second. It's the pistol to take down Tabson. Now that's 2 gone and 2 weak. Silent, though, has come back around. He's got 2 quick kills from the pistol. It's down to 3 versus 2. Make it 2 versus 2 as Legia eventually gets there in the end with the Deagle refacing, though. Not advised against Carrigan. Awkward for Astralis, but they steal the round away. Gun's still not necessarily in the income right now for NRG, so they pretty much have to play for the 15th round, which means we're looking at best case 12. I mean, okay, obviously ruling out Eco, but in the plans 12-3.
Well, they do well to win this Eco. Then you've got Tech9 and CZ and a couple of sets of body armor. This looks like another B split potentially coming in. The Archie maybe go for a B rush here. Carrigan, and he keeps stepping up here.
Silent's just going to anchor middle for anyone that rotates or tries to push through long. Carrigan inside the site, though he's overwhelmed. The flash comes in. It's the Tech9 kill, and Device is outside of the wall. The fortress has been overrun. Bang over, and Zipix has to wait a little bit longer. Goffy did go down low. They find Silent, though. He was the one lurking, trying to catch them off, and Dupree spotted at least one player going toward the tunnels. He'll make that call. He may actually get pinched right now because Zipix is going to come in through lower at the exact same time. Surely they'll be able to put him down. That's exactly what's going to happen, and now tunnel's a possibility. It has to pull back some of the NRG players. Still, though, a 3 versus 3. Tabson does well. They try and fight through. It's ingenuity to try and get through the doorway. It works out because it's now down to the one-on-one. They had to do something. They had to force the issue, and the bomb is ticking quickly. Zipix is going to have to force this issue. Oh, Goppy's picked up the op. He's going to get away with it.
There it is. The Eco prevails somehow. It was Carrigan and the B side that got overrun couldn't find a single kill there. There was some clever retake play coming in from Astralis. He saw Zipex fire his AK off once just to keep the distraction for Ligia and Low B, and then they found the kill from Dupree there, but Godby keeping his cool in the clutch situation. 1 versus 1, had the AWP in hand. Not an ideal weapon to walk through the smoke with, but it works out. We go to the final round. And the NOA boost coming in towards the mid doors. Something we don't see too often these days, but it works every now and then. It does prevail this time. Device does take down Ligia. 5 and 4. But it's Terrorists have got control along. Justin behind the blue bin. Silent trying to help him out. And now left Justin stranded in the smoke, and he's such low HP as well. Dupree probably not going to be aware just now, but there's a kill given away. And it's going to be a 5 on 3.
So without the guns, pick up that third round. With them, they may not. Zipex closing out onto Silence 1 versus 4 yesterday. This time it would be 1 versus 5 and looking less and less likely. Yeah, not likely at all. Dupree gets in behind him. So 12-3 the halftime score. NRG not getting much done on the T side, but remember, as Duncan pointed out, Pug sides, T sides, not ideal. However, on Dust yesterday, they did do a little bit better.
Oh yeah, they looked a lot more convincing. They were making frags, and it was Silent that was kind of carrying them through all those opening picks. There's a similar storyline here. He had a very quiet game, to be fair, in terms of the amount of kills he got, but the actual rounds they did achieve was through his opening rounds, kills, AWP play from him, and the clutch he got later on in the half. There's anything I can really report in terms of the way they got the rounds on the board. But here we go, second half comes in. 4 sets of armor for NRG. Ligia with 2 flashbangs and a defuse kit. I assume they're going to be boosting forward short and trying to show some sort of aggression here. Godby and Tabson more with those 2 players going up. They're going to be facing straight away, but Dupree is waiting for them. And there is players coming from lower B as well.
It's Tabson. Wants to try and walk around. Godby that's going to get forward first, though. Ligia's going to cover off on the doorway. Crossfire set, and Godby's going to find the kill on the Kerrigan. Dinked up immediately after, though, Gooch rather, as he has to fall back.
Well, this is the chance now for Astralis to team up and go straight towards middle. It seems Dupree just trying to take that kill down towards short. And now they're actually opting back to out of middle. They did push Silent all the way back to the B site, and CTs don't have much control whatsoever of the A site. Just going to be Tabson there. He's got the Silence USP, needs to find his opening frag if they have any chance of retaking this. Can't allow himself to go down, and Astralis is toying them right now, just trying to keep them guessing, and they've got no grenades. They go onto the side, so you can find that first frag.
Nice tries, but Tabson is the one to go down instead at Zipex. And now opening up the A site, they've got it full control. This KGB is going to go back down catwalk. If he can hold this, they can plant toward him. If not, they might have to reconsider their options, but it's planted, it's done, and he just needs to secure the kill. He'll do exactly that. Godby low HP, no chance against the burst fire. And now it's Justin following in the footsteps. Does do better damage on his device, but KGB's still at that stairwell.
He has got the kit, so if he was to find a couple of kills here, that is possible, but it's not meant to be. Dupree finds a final kill there, and Godby did have an opportunity to do something like that. He did find the first frag, but got taken down very low HP. He went for the backstab through middle, and KGB, like you said, with that burst fire prevails. So 13 plays 3 now, and I think the NRG don't have any choice but to force back into this. They need this round. They can't allow it to go 3-0. Match point obtained, or map point, I should say. So 5-7s, PT50s, and a CZ on towards Tabson. And we've got a scout on towards Device as well. They're holding back. They don't want to throw this round away. They know they can get themselves in touching distance of closing this game out very soon, as long as they don't give this one in favour of NRG. So no real stack coming in. You can see 2 players towards B. Got B towards short. And just Ligia towards long. But Astralis now slowly but surely grouping up. Looks like they may be favouring towards mid. Flash through will come through momentarily. And they'll have a lot of face out.
Ooh, good dink on the Cajun, though.
I would have preferred them to flash that before phasing, but
How many times rather, has Tabson done significant damage or had a massive impact with that CZ yesterday?
yeah, it was a lot of times, especially in those mid doors as well. He was crazy.
Well, Justin, either way, wait it out in B and see if this split's going to be successful, because Tabson's still in the way of it. The guys get taken down this time by Zipex, and now it's all on Silent, and Justin, Silent with a peek, damage, and another dink. They've got both, and they've got the bomb, just barely getting one away. It's Justin that makes it into the tunnels to grab the scout, but he tries to reface, and Dupree catches him.
I think he hits Dupree as well. He's going to come up to Ligia. I think,
Spotted.
Yeah, I think they spotted him. And they've got control of the bomb site. Just working together now. It would take an absolute miracle of a shot to actually open this one up. He does spot the player towards the back of the site, but he's going to be out of time now and out of luck, as Astralis do pick up round number 17. 14 plays 3. He feel like NRG have to force into this round as well. They can't allow it to go to 15 plays 3. They won't have any chance going forward and trying to get 12 rounds in a row. So Force Bite does come in. CZ's 2 scouts. What do you feel, Matt? Are you believing?
I believe.
Yeah?
I believe.
That's all I need to know.
I believe in the magic.
There we go. It's opening. It's happening.
Device down to 34 on that tag. Cajun down to 28 on that tag. 2 scouts, 2 damages. The pistols can finish them up from there, but it's Kerrigan who's going to find Tapson refaced and doubly so as 3 players were out toward long, and Gabi gets a lovely bit of headshot. Tipix doesn't want any more of that.
Well, they have got the man advantage. Like you said, 2 players are pretty low. The pistols would take them down. Silent and Ligia, the 2 scout players, remain with Justin. And Dupree has snuck in towards the B side. Oh, what a shot, though, from Justin. That gives them a little bit more of a chance here in round number 18. He still hasn't managed to obtain a weapon, but they are going to be aware of position.
Justin on the side of the site is found by Device. The scout goes the other way.
Well, that's going to be the round pretty much tied up. Ligia had to do something with that push, and then they have to find Zipex, who's just holding towards the top of middle. And now Silence, 3-on-1. I wouldn't say it's impossible. They are pretty low. If he can find his first one, there it is, through the door. Now it's a 2-on-1. This guy is known for his clutches, especially 4-on-1s. So let's see what he can do with this.
It's possible with the HP as it lie. Problem is,
This Zipex could get taken down.
yeah, yes, but they're so split up that the bomb is going to go into the B site. 25 seconds, it's not coming back to A. So Zipex just needs to hold silent here. But an AK to hold on to, it's worthy. Oh, no, silent, that's not how it's done. He nearly gets walled down in that corner. He's gonna go back to the scout, go for the no-scope. It's a desperate play. Bomb's planted on B in the meantime. And unfortunately, he missed his opportunity.
The shot that looked so lined up for him. Almost impossible to miss at that range, and somehow just whiffs it. And we're going into potentially the last round here of Dust 2. Of course, 3 scouts now coming out for NRG. And Max 7 on Gobi. I feel like this might be all she wrote for this one. And they're going to be pushing up through the smoke as well. Ligia trying to do what he can. He will be flashed off. But 15 plays 3 now. 5 AKs for Astralis. And Kerrigan wants to finish things quickly as he walks into the B site.
Walking in confidently as well to take down Justin. Second at the doorway, Ligia. Third in middle. Silent from Device, but now it's Gabi to get back into him with the shotgun, at least getting some salvation in this. But Astralis inside of the B site with bomb going down and AK's poised toward the doorway, looking to wrap this up. Tapson will do what he can again. It's the CZ. He's got it down to a 1 versus 2, picks up a shotgun. He'll happily switch that out for an AK. First opportunity that he does get. No kit. Keep in mind.
Yeah, well, the bomb is ticking away as well. We have got Zipex and Cajun B. No one towards the tunnels right now, both committed towards the side. The flashbang goes over. And he might be able to find his first kill, you know, not meant to be. 16 plays 3. Astralis looking incredibly strong. They're not dropping a single round on the second half and looked very, very strong indeed on the first. So NRG not really stepping up to the same sort of caliber we saw against Envious, but Astralis seem like they're ready for this semi-final.
They certainly do. Very convincing fashion, and 16-3, not really able to get much going at all on the CT side. NRG struggling in throughout, and again, I mean, Silent did have some impact, but it was all Tapson getting kills. None of them really could find openings that were sustainable.
There was no consistency in the impact, right? So it was just like 1 every 6 rounds they'd find an opening kill, and they could capitalize on it 3 times, but ultimately 1 actually really putting too much pressure onto Astralis. There was no crazy clutch moments or big retakes that had to happen. They were just finding the frags that were executed onto the site, working together, decent crossfires, and it's just a textbook Astralis performance on Dust 2.
Well, it's like I always say in that situation. It was brutal, savage, and wrecked. We're going to go to a commercial, and then the analyst desk will be right back.